What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Headlocks and Hot Packs. It's the end of the week, so that means it's time for another edition of Figure Friday. And today the Viper Randy Orton is striking Figure Friday. And as you can see, we also have a gap right here in our usual backdrop. So that means if you've been paying attention, maybe you'll figure out one of the items that I'm going to show today. But here's the first one. We'll scroll up here. This is WWE, of course, Mattel Elite Series pay-per-view Toys R Us exclusive Randy Orton. Comes with the Money in the Bank briefcase, red for the Raw brand at that time, and also comes with this Build a Jim Ross figure. So much like the Bray Wyatt figure we've checked out before, it includes a piece of another figure that you can put together. And look at the side here, it includes ladder and Money in the Bank. They called it suitcase for some reason. And on the bottom here, you can see this was released in 2013. Of course, Randy Orton would win the Money in the Bank ladder match for the Monday Night Raw side of things in 2013, and then go on and cash in on Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam not long after to become the new champion. Here's a look at the back. We'll zoom in there. Six-time champion. Randy Orton is no stranger to glory, but it had been 3 years since he was on top. Came to the ring at Money in the Bank 2013 like a hungry viper ready to pounce on his prey. A shocking betrayal of CM Punk by his unscrupulous former manager Paul Heyman. If I'm remembering correctly, I think I actually ordered that event. The first event I ever ordered through the old WWE app on my Xbox 360. Here's a look at who else comes in this Best of Pay-Per-View set. You can get the rest of Jim Ross pieces. So as you can see, Orton comes with the arms, Del Rio with the legs, CM Punk the head and hat, and then Curtis Axel with the torso and the shirt. There you can see you need all four superstars to complete Jim Ross. So, yeah, as I was saying, I believe this was the first event I had ordered using the old WWE app, and if I'm remembering right, I believe this was the one that Rob Van Dam returned at as well, or that perhaps that was the year after. So that's, of course, a Toys R Us exclusive, which gonna be hard to find these days since they're no longer in business, and a pretty cool figure overall. If you're new to the channel, obviously this is still in the box. I've always been a big proponent of keeping your figures in the packaging because that's part of the price that you're paying for them, is the packaging, and I don't think I can come up with a display that's any cooler than what has already been provided by Mattel here. Very cool packaging. So that is our first one. We're gonna have to aim down, definitely, for our second. And this is definitely something that I never really set out to collect, but much like I spoke about on a previous Figure Friday about the pop vinyl figures, something was given to me, so I have since accrued a few. This is the Randy Orton Mystery Mini Series 2, and this was made in 2016, and this is also made by Funko, the maker of pop vinyls. So yeah, I have a handful of these. Again, not something that I ever set out to collect, but they're kind of cool nonetheless. These come in blind bags, so you never know who you're going to get anytime you buy one. And I think they go for, I want to say like maybe right around $5 or so. I could be wrong on that, because like I said, these are all the ones I have were given to me. There's no detail whatsoever on his trunks. So a couple of the other mystery minifigures they have some just small differences from the actual superstar that they're supposed to be. We'll check out some more of those in the future, and I'll show you more of what I mean. But yeah, Orton doesn't have any detail on his gear whatsoever here. And as you can see, his tattoo on the side here, it's kind of just big splotches. So not much goes into these. But like I said, they were given to me, so I have a few things like that that I kind of have accrued just through friends and whatnot. And along the same lines as our Randy Orton theme today, what was missing from our usual backdrop is this here. This is Survivor Series 2013 tickets. This was, of course, I live in the Northeast, so my best chances to see anything important or anything televised for WWE is at the TD Garden in Boston. I've always kind of had this philosophy that, like, I try not to buy anything at these events just because everything is so overpriced. So this is kind of what I do, just as a little keepsake for any of the big shows that I go to these days, which I've only been to 3 pay-per-views. We'll show, I have 2 others of these, we'll show those off another time. But this is, like I said, a really cost-effective way to have a souvenir from the event. So what I do is I just will ask whoever goes with me, like, hey, mind if I have your ticket after the show? And I'll end up getting the event on DVD as well. And this is just a cutout, this side here, of the cover of the DVD. Just on a construction paper, kind of a backdrop. I try to go with a color that's similar to the theme of the event. So this one was kind of an orange, and I went with a yellow here, so not exactly the same, but close enough, and it still looks pretty good, at least to me anyways. So this, of course, is after Randy Orton cashed in that Money in the Bank in this Elite figure here. Kind of a infamous pay-per-view, just because it was not a very good pay-per-view. Of course, he would defend against the Big Show here, and Cena would defend against Del Rio. This is when they had the split titles. And then the next month at TLC, they would face off, Orton and Cena would face off to combine them, which Orton would win, and then go on to WrestleMania 30 to lose those titles to Daniel Bryan and Yeselmania, as it's now known. And actually, since we're talking about that Survivor Series, we'll show this as well. It's kind of tucked in the corner over here, but this is the poster for that event. It does not feature Randy Orton. It features, of course, the Wyatt family. This came out of a poster book that I found at a local kind of like record store, DVD store, video game store called Bull Moose. There's a book, you can see another one, there's a Hulk Hogan one there for WrestleMania 7. It was $20, and it had a number of posters, WWE paper and old WWF pay-per-view posters. I believe it was 20 and actually 40, but they were back to back, so really 20. So I framed up. I have literally 20 of them framed up and hung up around here. So that's going to do it for this edition of Figure Friday here on Headlocks and Hot Packs. As always, if you like this video, hopefully you will go ahead and give us a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and do so. We'd really appreciate that. And we will be back in a couple of days with another new episode.